And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. Says we're live, but are we actually live? Well, it says we are. Yep, and the answer is yes, we are in fact live. Awesome. All right, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. And for today, since it is, of course, April Fool's Day, I've decided to celebrate with something a little bit different. I'm going to have the chat there set to that. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of, I kid you not, Ancient Aliens the game, which it was brought to us by the History Channel. Let me check, see what the store page has to say. Fifth column games and legacy games. Okay. Yeah, you can already tell we're in for something today, I guess. So I have tested it out a little bit, but I also noticed that it likes to save your progress regardless of whether or not you want it to. So that does actually, so to reset the progress, I've had to manually delete the game's files in the app data folder. So did that, and now we are good to go, I believe. Paul Schlock says, it's real. Yes, this is in fact a real game. Believe it or not. Laughing Cavalier says, I'm so glad the History Channel does this and not that pesky history thing. Paul says, is there a Pawn Stars video game? Yeah, there is actually, apparently, from me checking 5 minutes. It seems to be the Pawn Stars game, for the record, is a mobile-only game, though, from what I've seen. So it's on Google App and whatnot. But this did, in fact, get a proper release on Steam. Although I'm pretty sure this was originally a mobile game. Probably also potentially a browser game at some point as well, for reasons that you'll probably see pretty quickly. Johnny says, hello, everyone. Johnny's here. Zim says, hello, Ace. If Only Dogfights got a tie-in video game, or is that just War Thunder? There's a couple of others. And Paul says, we're in for something special. Yes, so let's actually get into the game. With a History Channel logo right at the start there.
Today's topic of exploration is gold, king of metals, currency of kings, one of the key elements of human commerce throughout recorded history.
Okay.
But how did we first come to value this shiny rock we dug out of the ground? What made us decide it was worth anything? Several ancient astronaut theorists contend that some extraterrestrials may have come to Earth in our remote past, primarily to mine gold.
Okay.
The theory suggests their home planet required gold to repair its depleted atmosphere, and they came here to mine it sometime before recorded history. Is it possible our ancestors learned to value gold by observing extraterrestrials? And is there some undiscovered connection between gold, the ancient Egyptians, and the pyramids they built? Why don't we try to find out? I propose we employ hypnosis to regress a member of our audience back to ancient Egypt. Any volunteers? How about you?
He wants you for hypnosis to go back into time. Okay, then. Laughing Cavalier says that continue button is doing a lot of work indeed. If the face is moving, it's good enough. Will you submit to hypnotic regression to your past life in ancient Egypt? Well, one, how do we know that that's my past life? Laughing Cavalier says we was pharaohs and shit. Quite literally in this case, apparently. But yeah, alright. Chat, thoughts? Should I hit yes or no? I'm going to go with no, but Paul Schrock says, will we meet Jakoby? We might, who knows? Gunner says, I thought this was an app game. Kind of is. Paul Schlock says, History Channel did have that Civil War FPS. In fact, amusingly, the History Channel Civil War FPS was actually 2 games. They actually had a sequel, 8 secret missions of the Civil War. Yeah, they actually went with secret weapons of the American Civil War, basically, for the sequel. So, we got Civil War wonder weapons. Cavalier says, now to relive your life as Yasuke. Alright, since the one vote we had was no, let's hit no. And it hits yes anyways! Johnny says, how do you know my ancestors were Egyptian? Because you love card games, your best friend has a Brooklyn accent. Mind link established, okay. Can you understand me? Good. There's a crisis on our homeworld. We need resources that can be mined from your planet to resolve it. We are here to take them. I mean, you're not probing me for that kind of resources. Sorry, dude. We'll provide means for the Earth to defend itself against a cataclysmic event, a disaster which could eliminate all life on your planet. Oh, God. Okay, then. To accomplish our mission, we must undertake massive construction. It must begin now. Alright. Gunner says you have no agency, only alien sissy control. Laughing Cavalier says this is exactly what Howard Carter saw when he opened Tutankhamun's tomb. Johnny says, man, the new prequel to XCOM is weird. Yeah, this looks like the Republic Commando intro. It does a little bit now that you mention it. What did George Lucas mean by that? Since your atmosphere is inhospitable to us, we must employ your people to do our work. You will serve as our intermediary. Cool! So we're basically going to be ordering around a bunch of humanity that's been enslaved by aliens. Brilliant. We need to enhance you beyond your current mental and physical capacity. This process may seem unpleasant, but you will survive it. And we are some sort of now human-alien hybrid. If we fail, all life on both our worlds will likely perish. You and your people will never know that we were here. Okay. Welcome to Earth! Millions of people around the world believe we have been visited in the past by extraterrestrial beings. What if it were true? Did ancient aliens really help to shape our history? And if so, might they have come here in search of gold? I love gold, Mr. Powers. Our mission is to ensure the survival of both our species. Requires us to build a hydrogen reactor at this location. A city must be built to support this effort. Okay. We can barely tolerate the Earth's atmosphere, so you must manipulate the natives to work as our workforce. Let's inspect one of them more closely. Here's a healthy-looking specimen. Bring him up to the ship, and I will teach you how to conduct a proper medical exam. Select abduct. Yes, we will abduct. Probing a subject extracts DNA to determine how far you can enhance their evolution. Select probe. Alright. Sorry, dude, but tutorial says... Lava Gambler says, did Agent Alien? No. Mr. Vibe Check says, we was gangs. Enhance a work... Okay, so They are primitive, but we must work with what we have. Continue to harvest their DNA until you have enough to enhance them. For now, return to the surface. Enhance a worker to increase their rate of speed for work and travel. Next stage of evolution, Minotaur. What if the Minotaur was in fact real and not just myth, and was instead created by aliens abducting and extracting and probing humans over and over again? Oh dear. This is your gold meter. You need to employ gold. You need gold to employ the natives to construct many of the structures. For gold from the mines. Request it from trusted allies. This gold mine has recently become operational. We can put some of the natives to work immediately. Let me show you how. Select the mine. The more workers you employ in each mine, the faster they can retrieve gold for us. Yep. We'll just do that. Apparently, they just gave us a whole bunch of resources for free there. We shall build the hydrogen reactor out of limestone blocks. This quarry is ready to be mined. We can put some of the natives to work immediately. Select the quarry. An unlimited number of workers may be designated to any quarry. Enhanced workers will mine and transport blocks faster than normal villagers. Add a worker. Okay. Quarries produce only a limited number of blocks. Once you have depleted a quarry, you will need to find another limestone bluff to continue construction. Now close the quarry. Okay. We must convince more of these nomadic humans to settle down in this region until our mission is complete. Select research. So we're going to learn technology. Humans exhibit thirst for knowledge. Start slowly by teaching them basic building skills. We will teach you how to build things now. Congratulations. So this requires DNA. We actually have to probe humans to level them up on their technology as well. Good to know. Our appearance seems to terrify these humans. Install a new pharaoh to rule over them and use him to relay your commands. So, what if Jakoby was all along a puppet of the aliens? Our area of influence to 25,000 cubits. Okay. Required to house your new pharaoh. The size of the palace delineates your area of influence. Going to put it here. Or you construct the pharaoh's palace. Further, the area of influence will extend. Intervene and complete construction immediately. Let me show you how. Select work site. Then we can hit the finish now. So we'll just do that. And we earned it back and then some. Plotted coordinates for the hydrogen reactor's construction. In perfect interactive alignment with our home planet. Select construction slide below. And we will add one block. There's a final warning I must give you. We have sworn to conceal our presence from inferior species at all costs. You understand? Good. Close the pyramid site. The meteor registers plausible deniability. A resource that diminishes with every action we take. It regenerates over time as they suppress what they do not understand. Okay. To generate more plausible deniability, you can build temples to divert their attention, destroy artifacts that prove we exist, expend iridium, or study their video What video transmissions? What? Okay, tutorial complete. Take care, Earthchild. Our two worlds now share one fate. Remember, your people must never know we were here. And we will be watching you. Oh, here he is now. The Pharaoh. I am humbled by your invitation to serve as Pharaoh, my master. I pledge my loyalty to you as minister of the sky gods. Your wish is my command. In the name that I was called before you summoned me is meaningless. Only now does life hold purpose. Neferkara is the name I take as Pharaoh of Kemet. My counsel, you seek my counsel, master. Then might I humbly suggest you teach these homeless nomads the bounty of seed which sprouts roots. Now that you have taught them the basic tenets of construction, you should show them how to build safe homes that they will proudly call their own. So we will build a house. And while we're at it, we'll also learn irrigation. That seems like a good idea. And we'll updeck this guy. And build ourselves a small house. All right. Laughing Cavalier says, "Hey, it's Ramsey. Second time for my vlog." Pip says, "Ace, why are you playing this woke trash and not a good game like Bayonetta?" Well, for one thing, it's April Fool's Day, and so for April Fool's, I figured, why not play something like, say, in this case, we'll actually add some more blocks. There we go. It's actually a little bit of a line there. Anyways, Pharaoh, Mr. Vibecheck says, the Pharaoh's pretty fly for a white guy. Alpha Cavalier says, because people could not figure out how houses work before aliens turned up. Paul Schlock says, that's right. Mr. Vibecheck says, don't employ any tiny hats, even if you pay for them, and they'll claim discrimination for slave. Alright, let's see what the Pharaoh has for us. Some rewards. Excellent craftsmanship. I believe it is safe to assume that every single house you build in Giza shall transform one nomad into a villager. Okay. So you have constructed your first house to lure more workers. Remember that houses can be harvested periodically for DNA at human shed. Ooh. I mean, alright. People whisper that no crops can grow in this desert, my master, and without crops we cannot hope to feed a city full of workers here in Giza. But you say the presence of the sky gods will provide fertile soil from which the crops will spring, so I believe it without question. Okay. Recommend you give the people a demonstration of the bounty of the sky gods. Show them how to build a farm that yields food in this harsh climate. Alright. Well, they now have access to that. We will also go with, I guess, a sense of artistic expression to a respect for the laws which can give operation by fire. I suspect this is going to be a pretty useful research here, so we'll go with that. And as for the crops, that is a good idea. We'll build some small farms. We'll build them here. And we've leveled up again. Alright. Mr. Vibecheck says Coom Fetchy. God damn it, you're not wrong, and I hate the fact that you're not wrong. Alright, we'll build ourselves another house. That should give us that. And we can potentially abduct and give ourselves some more DNA. Alright, I'd say we've gotten ourselves I want to see what one of these minotaurs do, so... Okay, this gives us more DNA, which is nice. I see you have a talent for farming, Earthchild. And please remember that each farm can sustain 2 villagers, allowing them to act as workers. Yep. Farms can be upgraded to feed more workers if necessary. Remember to balance the number of houses and farms to maximize your allotted buildings. Alright, we're getting decent here. We will also go for, I guess, anatomy, which would unlock medicine, which would probably be pretty useful in the later game, but for now, we seem to have a mission. If our experiment was a success, you should wake up to find yourself living in ancient Egypt. Try to indicate you're safe and ready to continue. Good. And I can tell you that you're calm by the way you're breathing. Search the vicinity for artifacts that suggest the presence of extraterrestrials. You seem troubled. Is anything wrong? No. Good. I have a task for you. The humans may try to record the wonders they see us perform. Artifacts that can prove we were here post-mission must be destroyed. Identify artifacts that could reduce our possible deniability. So yeah, this is definitely based off of a mobile ore. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna say we've completed the mission. We do still need to abduct more of these guys and get some of them, though, improved if we're going to see what one of these minotaurs is like in-game. Leveled up, I see. Well, we're less than 200 DNA away from that. We just need to probe more people to do that, apparently. Paul Schlock says, why do the aliens care about being seen by a primitive civilization? Don't question. Consume product. Okay, I guess we could do polytheism. Let's bring religion into it. That seems like a fantastic idea. Alright, we will also add some more small houses just for the sake of it. And some more farms. Oh. I can spend... You can only oversee a limited number per level. Leveling up increases your total building allotment. Ah, okay, I see the problem. So I need more buildings, is what I'm being told. Or I need more to level up first. Okay. John Berger says, I thought this was a joke. It kind of is, but it's also very real, I am afraid to tell you. Polytheism. Human security manifests as their need to believe in God. Magical beings of limitless power who control their fate. Foster this belief in them so they will worship us and obey our commands. And while we're at it, we will also teach them how to write. Thank you. And while we're also at it, we will grease that. Say we're making some headway. Tap or click any artifact. Target. Okay, let's just go ahead and click these rewards. Standing. Keep targeting artifacts that could reveal we were here. Each artifact you destroy increases our plausible deniability. He seems upset, so let's instead abduct some more people and get our DNA level up. We're so close. We just need one more to abduct. Oh, we need medicine to actually get ourselves a Minotaur. But I think we have just finished off the writing research here. So, despite the fact that it's going to take us 3 minutes and set us back a lot for DNA, I want to get the Minotaur at least just to see what it looks like. Okay. John Berger says, there really is an Ancient Aliens game. Yes, there is. I might as well increase the number of these guys here. Okay. We'll go ahead and, since we do need some more houses for the population here. We seem to be making some decent little headway, I guess. Let's see what this dude wants. Ancient texts describe beings that descended from the sky in flying vehicles, and drawings look remarkably like modern-day astronauts in spacesuits. Are you sure about that? Some appear to be wearing boots and helmets, even breathing apparatus. Why would they be wearing suits like modern-day astronauts use today? Maybe they couldn't tolerate Earth's atmosphere. Look for carvings or statues that depict gods wearing what appear to be spacesuits. I'll just collect these. Oh, we need more plausible deniability. Okay. Well, now we can potentially turn someone into a Minotaur. Or says opens hands like he knows what bullshit he is talking about aliens. Yeah. Johnny Malley says alien. Okay, we're gonna tell them we're gods. I'll be Osiris and you be my wife Isis. Oh no! Other alien. I thought this was... let's go with both. It's funny that... Oh no! So yeah, that does cause us to lose plausible deniability. Good to know. Found a statue that's clearly wearing a spacesuit and helmet. It's certainly going to help prove the ancient astronaut theory. Building the hydrogen reactor will require a tremendous workforce. We must bring more of these nomadic humans under our influence. They seek shelter from their sun and will marvel at the dwellings we provide. Build new homes to entice more of them to settle here. Okay, that's just an easy collection of rewards. Then we just build more farms, I guess. What did I tell you? Build shelters and new villagers appear like magic. Keep building houses until we have amassed the workforce we require, which is how much? I don't know. Let's see what Pharaoh has for us. Thank you for acknowledging my call, Master. I am pleased to report that construction of the Great Pyramid has begun on time as instructed. As you expected, the villagers were awestruck by the fiery display of your sky chariot as you destroyed all those sculptures from above. They believe the sky gods have arrived and speak only through me, so my word is now law. The call for able-bodied workers has gone out. I understand the completion of the pyramid is our most sacred priority. Please assign more workers to the quarry to expedite the construction. Well, that was easy. Pharaoh Neferkara seems well chosen. He appears loyal. You should enhance him. Our long-term goals require a lineage of kings to carry on. Considering the way some of the pharaohs turned out, I find this to be very funny. I think we know exactly what happened in this case if some of the later ones are anything to go by. But we now have medicine researched. We will go with, for now, since we can do it, let's see if we can enhance someone. Minotaur. And that has allowed us to level up. And we could now, the next stage of evolution is a savant. And we can apparently probe him for way more DNA for reasons. Now you become to enhance your human workforce, you need to assign the right worker to each task. Hover over, designate, cycle through the available workers in each class. Okay. Alright, well we have a Minotaur now. And he can go work here. And now that this is up, we can also rebuild some small houses. But probably not the best of ideas to build that many. Instead, we will build a small temple, which should be really useful. Alright, so let's see. Johnny Melly says, "What have you done to me? I'm hairy, I have horns to my head," and looks down at loincloth. Actually, I'm pretty okay with this. Let's see what we want from him. Oh, we can assign him to the quarry. And while we're at it, we will also get ourselves some of that sweet, sweet Minotaur DNA that we need. Ew. Alright. Oh, we're close. You have another Minotaur on hand. And now we can regain some of our DNA points from him and use them to start upgrading our tech. What is okay? All right. So landscaping could give us some useful stuff here, including some larger farms, I assume, and all that. I'm gonna go with that. Juice the Minotaur. Yep. Paul Schlock says these poor people are getting daily probings. Yes, they are. Alright, adding that has allowed us to level up again. And that's enough to level up our farming again. I'm happy with that, and what else will we potentially need? We could build a mine if we really want. Sun Temple, not enough. Iridium. Alright. So you have encountered a golden artifact. Humans here labor for many days to craft these and value them deeply. We will reward you extra for their destruction. Okay. So let's see what he has for us now. Pyramids were built with precisely carved blocks that weigh 1 to 5 tons apiece. On average, they were cut with hammers. Were they cut with hammers, chisels, and copper wire? Even so, could they have transported those massive stones for miles, then lifted them so precisely in place without a pulley system or the wheel? I doubt it. Extraterrestrials must have provided the Egyptians with technological know-how and tools. Search the quarries for any evidence of this. Okay. Our stone-cutting machines are hidden deep within the quarry, running day and night, but humans can only transport 1 block at a time. Construction must remain on schedule. When no one is watching, you can use the ship's objection beam to set additional blocks in place. I mean, this just allowed us. They move the blocks without any technology? Impossible! If we go to a quarry and look at the machinery required, machines are huge. I mean, we could, but for now, I think we are in a good... Mr. Vibe Check says, calm down there, Vosh. Ura says that aliens have to spend 3 minutes researching landscaping tells me all I need to know about their technology. Speaking of, we only have a few seconds left on that, but that's good. So we'll add to the blocks again. Up to 25,000 blocks or so. We're doing reasonable for the first layer, I guess. But this, from what I've been told, this is basically the core of the game, is building the pyramid. We can upgrade this now that our tech is increased. Let's do metalworking for 3 minutes. Crucible. What? We're building chemical plants and stuff now? Huh? Okay. Now, ooh, we can upgrade suitable shelter for free humans. Okay. We'll just casually upgrade our old stock and... And once these are bad boys are upgraded, we're going to have so many more population, I'm sure. Farms are going to be a little bit on the larger side, but that's fine. So this does seem to be basically the core of the game, just building up, leveling up, and improving steadily. No upgrades to that, that's fine. Nothing needed there. We could, however, do a little bit more with our... We'll use our Minotaurs to gain more DNA points. And there's the DNA we need to level up again. Get ourselves yet another Minotaur. Now, let's see. We will abduct you. John Berger says, I'm glad I came here today. Indeed. Paul Schluck says, you'd think they'd be using the Nile for farming. You would think that. However, apparently that is not actually the case. Now, we will assign you also... We will also assign you to the quarry. And while I'm at it, now's a good time to go ahead and start... Ooh, what do we have here? So, alchemy. What would I need for alchemy? Geomancy. Science of sand is sacred. Teach it solely to those who you trust. It grants perception of meridians of power that run through all living things, including planets. We're going Star Wars with the midichlorians. Okay, then. Skilled practitioners can divine past, present, and future. We can get ourselves some obelisks and things like that. Okay. Well, oh, I need a lot of, apparently, stuff to research that. That's lovely. But I can get a lot of DNA. Boom. And let's, while we're also at it... upgrade the hell out of everything. There. That should be good. John Berger says, has everyone pooped today? Apparently. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Boom. Boom. And one more for the road. Okay, I think we got as much DNA as we could out of that. We do, however, need to start investing more into this. There we are. I kind of want to get another Minotaur just so I can then have the DNA necessary there to both level up and get... level him up to a Minotaur and get more resources. Alright. You will also work at the quarry. You didn't need to read that. I was asking chat, lol. I thought you were making a joke about the game, which, fair enough. Alright, so I think we're ready to learn the finer efforts of geomancy, which will allow us to then pick up alchemy or water press. Okay, what was the thing I needed? Alchemy requires geomancy. Okay. So if I get geomancy, I can then get that. Technically, I finish it now and get my... boom. Finished. So I could do the mega construction and get these larger, even larger houses and larger palaces and whatnot. I feel like I've kind of gotten into the... Oh, there's alchemy right there. It does take a lot of DNA, though. But I can get some that way. We'll upgrade this. Upgrade this. And let's see how much effort we've got on here. Four minutes to go with that still. Yeah. Oh, we need more plausible deniability, apparently. Boom. Should help us speed up the plausible deniability, which is nice. Oh. Apparently, we should build some more temples. Is I think what this game is telling me, but I need more gold. That's fine. Let's see what Pharaoh has to say. My master, word is spread far and wide that any skilled craftsman or laborer shall find the best housing, food, and jobs here in Giza. New villagers arrive daily seeking work, nearly as fast as new homes can be built. Soon we will have amassed the workforce you will require. Of course, we will require more gold to pay for these craftsmen. I suggest you assign more workers to the mine to increase gold production. So... we will need another gold mine. That is fine. Kind of. I still need to get it from there. We require more Vespine gas, yes. Ace, we need more minerals. Paul Schluck says, I liquidated some assets. John says, Paul Schluck, very based. Johnny says, when do the dinosaurs show up? They were extinct long before this part of history. Wait. We were talking about history. Okay, so we could... there's a couple ways we could go about this. We still need some money. I just need one more mine, then I could get yet more guys to work the mines. Which is apparently what we need right now. Oh, I see. So I've been using my... plausible deniability to speed up the process all along that by clicking that button. Yeah, that's it. I should have... well, I don't know how to speed it up any further, but what could we do in the meantime? We could research some stuff as well. Let's research, I guess, either paper crafting or mathematics. Potentially brewing. We'll do brewing. Why not? All right. So in about 3 minutes, I will have yet another... I think in about 3 minutes, we will have yet another thing ready to go here. A few seconds, we will have this now done. Boom. There we go. Now we can build ourselves a mine. Boom. Boom. So yeah, now we have 2 more mines to play with. Cool. If Akara says pays his craftsmen in gold, does he? Well, very well. May indulge him for now, but be wary. Humans tend to grow drunk with power. How would you know? You barely got here, and you also gave me a whole bunch of power too. Well, I can at least get this, and while we're up at it, upgrade this bad boy here. So how many do we need? 3 more, huh? We'll level up our, we'll maximize our gold production, just so I don't have to have any more notable issues like that. Wait, what? Why? It provides power? Huh? Okay then! Things have gotten very weird again. Although we share many basic characteristics with these humans, we clearly have developed beyond them both mentally and physically. For some residual DNA from each house, we'll use it to condition their primitive brains to increase their limiting capacity. Once you have harvested enough DNA, you may research anatomy and teach it to the humans. We are curious to see how much they comprehend. Well taught knowledge of anatomy has set them on the path of self-awareness. You're now prepared for the introduction to medicine. Oh yeah, we should level up our alchemy skill now. And while we're at it, let's start abducting these minotaurs again. Because we need to get up to 4,000 if we're going to figure out what the hell this... Alright. That gets us halfway to where we need to be. Technically, we could use all that new stuff to teach ourselves more about minotaurs, I guess. And get a couple more. Well, we could use this to get a couple more of them. In fact, let's do that. Paul Shucks, Horace says, no way this is real. Yes, this is in fact a real game. I kid you not. Okay, let's get ourselves another Minotaur and another. We might even be leveled up again. And we're definitely getting another Minotaur out of that. And can we get any more Minotaurs? You get abducted. We need some savants, says Paul Schlock. Yes, we do. But for now, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of Minotaurs, because I think these guys are going to Yeah, these guys are more efficient, so... And they are getting me a lot of DNA. Okay. Wonder what an upgrade to this does. Well, we are at... I mean, we can get more gold. No. Boom. And boom. Yeah, let's upgrade our population yet some more. Oh yeah, we don't have enough gold. That's okay. But now that we have 7 Minotaurs, we could... I'm going to get started on mathematics for the time being. But I'm also going to update this dude. Get yet another Minotaur. We're going to have a whole bunch. We're going to have as many Minotaurs as we can because they are working faster, and it is helping me level up even. Now let's see what else I can do. But yeah, my goal is to get up to 2. See what these savant things do. That'll be lovely, I'm sure. And since we are now up to 8 of these Minotaurs, should be doing... Apparently we can just keep reprobing the same dudes over and over again. Oh no. Well, we're approaching a maximum amount that we actually need, which is, you know... I think one more will actually do it. Sorry, dude. Dude is getting probed. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, boy. Well... I think we accidentally probed more than was necessary. Okay. Alright, how much? 43 seconds. And then... Well, we can actually use one of these things to finish that. Then we'll finally be able to get our savants. Or it says, I think he's starting to like it. This is problematic. Lava Cavalier says, teach phonics. Paul Shucks, they're referring to autism. It's like a dairy farm. So we have done a significant number on the blocks. Oh, we even have enough gold to level up another one of these again. No, not that one. This one. Yes. Alright, now we will instantly master an alchemy. Boom. And while we're at it, we'll, I guess, probe a Minotaur enough to learn the secrets behind paper crafting, because that's how that works. Alright. See what we've got here. Natives are probably theistic, worshipping multiple deities like Osiris, god of the underworld, or his sister Isis, goddess of magic. I say these gods were just flesh and blood space travelers, misinterpreted as divine creatures of the technology they used. Remember Clarke's third law. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Your phone would seem like the voice of a god. Discover what you can about the origin of their belief in these gods and see if there's evidence of alien manipulation behind it. Have you considered that aliens purposely led the Egyptians to believe they were gods in order to control them? We will place a stone Anubis. We'll place it right here. And while we're at it, we'll level this house up. Level nope. Level this house up. So yeah, we're getting a lot of DNA out of this, definitely. Johnny says, why do all the Egyptian minotaurs have the same skin color? Egypt is partially in Asia, and that's the eastern part. All the East Asian Egyptian minotaurs, that was a joke. Okay. Or it says, alchemy or the art of making booze out of fruit. Mm-hmm. The Laughing Cavalier says, Clarke was a guy he met down the pub. So let's see what we've got for potential research. Sports. Apparently we can get steam engines, electricity, atomic fusion flight, generators, world energy grid in ancient Egypt, megalithic geometry, quantum physics. What's the most impressive thing that's on this list? Atomic fusion. Right up there with cybernetics and artificial intelligence. Cool. Very cool. Well, I could, and probably should, build larger farms now. Let's see what Pharaoh say. I'm concerned by the rise in criminal activity. There are thieves on the roads and reports of vandalism at the construction site. Of course, such things may be expected when a population grows this quickly, but I wish to quell the situation as fast as possible. I propose we codify a set of morals with strict laws that govern them and designate specific punishments. Leave enforcement to me. You should raise a temple in honor of the sky gods, a house of worship where the laws are dictated. It will curb the rate of crime. Okay then. Why did you allow them to raise a temple to us? Destroy it at once. Ah, yes, agreed. For now it can increase our plausible deniability. Pardon my intrusion, Your Highness. I know this temple is not yet in service. It has been. I was summoned here for a meeting of grave importance. I am Akasha, daughter of Meru and Katesh, born in the city of Karnak. I am the third ordained oracle of Parawadjet. Saw a vision that encouraged me to leave my post immediately and journey here to Giza to meet a messenger of the great sun god Ra. Since you are the one I seek, so I am yours, command. If you bring me a devout worker, I can prepare this temple for service. Once this temple began to yield fruit, I beheld a vision while you were gone. Would you like me to share it? I stood beside you, watching the sun rise over your completed pyramid. A great city had blossomed here. A premonition of your success. Cool. Yes, give your Minotaur cyber dogs. Oh no. Oh, we leveled up again. Can build this house up and ooh. we do need more food, so let's get ourselves a meat. That should, once we upgrade, get us right back to where we need in terms of equipment, or in terms of food, sorry. We are making good strides, though, definitely, and I could increase the population further still. Let's see. Navigation for what? We're in the middle of the desert. Or mechanical engineering. I'm probably going to go with that for the time. But first, we definitely need to start improving our housing situation as well, since I feel that is the best course of action. Humans have remarkable immune systems due to their symbiotic relationship with Earthborn viruses. These viruses may prove deadly to us. Keep in mind that when sickness does occur in human species, it has a tendency to spread rapidly through their herd. Learn the ways of human medicine, then teach humans to diagnose, treat, or prevent disease in order to avert any work stoppage. Well, we already have research in medicine. Now you've included working knowledge of human anatomy. You can analyze the DNA for potential enhancements. Yay! We're close to we're well over halfway through with the temple construction at this point, so. I'm pleased to report the city is thriving, construction pyramid is progressing well, and new homes are built each day. What concerns me is that we must maintain a certain display of wealth and power. To garner the respect of those who visit. Propose we set some workers aside to upgrade the palace, make it grand enough to impress the visitors and increase our area of influence. Which I have already done as well. Neferkara was right. Upgrading the palace has increased our area of influence. New quarries and mineral veins have been identified. Indeed. I don't see any other things here. Ooh, there's one right down there. Cannot influence that yet. Wright Brothers, world first successful airplane, but I think planes were observed by people as far back as ancient Egypt. For example, we discovered a small wooden model of what appears to be a bird lying beside a papyrus bearing inscription, "I want to fly." We built a scale model of the toy, and it actually flew. It dismissed as evidence because the tail had no rudder. We added that. Trying to find Saqqara bird with a rudder attached to prove the toy was actually a plane, not a bird. Keep it the sky. Alright, let's see what else we... That one's collected. So far, only one of them have had the little rudder thing, but that's fine. We are getting a lot of DNA out of these, so that is something. And now we should have enough to also start upgrading the hell out of these guys. So we shall. Nope, we'll build you there. You go there. And now we should have enough to hopefully deal with most of the... We're still going to be a little short on the food situation, I think, but we are making good headway. Once we get more... Let's see. We are also getting close to halfway to where we need to be for the upgrades to the... Ooh. And there is our ticket to upgrade this. But I need more small farms, so... That should be good. Alright, and let's get as many people added to the blocks as we can. There. Grug Draw Bird, very cool. Thousands of years later. My god, it was aliens. Yeah, pretty much. Technically, I could create more Minotaurs. I probably should. You become a Minotaur. Let's give us more. I'll leave for 5 minutes. You guys are talking about cyborgs. Cyberdongs, yeah. Oro says, when I look at this dude's hair, I think when you do enough drugs, you stop caring. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, we'll get ourselves one more Minotaur. And that should give us 10 Minotaurs in total. Which should put us close to where we need. Oh. Did cost me a lot of DNA points, but that's fine. What do we have here? You have to consult me regarding the Wheel of Fate. In the name of Ra, I hope you may grant your heart's desire. Okay. Spin the wheel and take a chance. I predict you shall not leave empty-handed. I pray, draw on your behalf for a favorable outcome. Alright, let's see what we get. I mean, that's something. And now I can start upgrading these bad boys. And there's one more. Well, I hoped you might visit me, Your Highness. Yes, I was certain you would, but my visions regarding you often confuse me, okay? Sometimes here... Strange far off. To be honest, I think I've seen gleaming towers. He bid me set the laws in stone outside the temple. Can you help me? Build a stone stele to help publish laws. Okay. Oh, I just need more gold. That's fine. But yeah, so far, seem to be doing reasonably well. Just do more drugs, bro. Or it says 10 Minotaurs, the Greeks only had one. John says, if you take enough LSD, everything can be real. Paul Schlock says her job is to daydream about you. John Berger says wood. I mean, you're not wrong. Well, I can even add more dudes to this quarry. Okay, let's go ahead and build that stone stele thing that she wanted. Nope, we're building it somewhere else. Oh, yeah, there we go. And while we're at it, we'll upgrade. What? The game crashed, didn't it? Well, let's see if I can actually get it running again. If it does work, then we're good. If not, well, then that's a good time to call the stream, because we have been at it for an hour and a half. And yeah, hitting the escape button does cause this to happen. Okay, the good news is we are back in business. So we only lost a little bit of time, seconds at most. Now let's see if the game will actually let us. Yes. And that is a boost to our productivity. Laughing Cavalier says the aliens crashed the game to stop you learning the truth. John Berger says too much. Alright, let's get some rewards from this. Thank you, the Pharaoh will be pleased. I had another strange vision regarding you while we were away. Oh dear. Another place spent much of your time looking at magic mirror that showed you everything in the world. Is that true? And another house gets upgraded. Soon we're going to be able to upgrade one of our Minotaurs to a full-on Savant. In fact, we might as well go ahead and speed that ooh, never mind. There we go. Now, let's go ahead, abduct you. And you're getting upgraded to a Savant. Okay. Well, we now can replace the one of the workers with a new Got ourselves another Minotaur here. But now we have, yeah. So we've officially reached a new level there. And we've definitely hit the point where I think we should be able to just upgrade this as well. And upgrade that. See what we've got here. The physical capacity of humans to act as our workers appears insufficient. We must study them to determine potential enhancements. Abduct 5 humans, bring them to ship and probe them and harvest samples of the genetic material. Yes, you may return them. Well, we have been the whole time, but okay. Alright, let's do this. Well, we've only gotten about half of what we need. That's okay, though. We'll get this, then I think we'll be at a good stopping point soon. Close. One more ought to do it. Yes, you're getting you're getting abducted. Alright, now we got another 4,000 blocks added and a bunch more DNA. Master, the city is now attracting Egypt's highest caliber of citizens. Many famous painters, sculptors, musicians are settling here. Speaking of attraction, have you had the pleasure of meeting our newest arrival, the Oracle Akasha? She's the talk of the city. Well, I can see why. Every man in Giza pines for, as does every woman, for that matter. It's pity she must remain chaste to retain her gift of prophecy. Akasha's presence elevates the city's status. People see her and know the gods favor us. We should afford her a royal welcome gift. A stone capri. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Why not? Alright, let's go with... Oh, what? That was a stone capri, though. Oh, that was a golden capri. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Require sculpture, that's what I need. Well, I do have the ability to research it. While we're at it, I guess we'll do Mega Construction, which will allow us to upgrade stuff even further. Okay, we will build a stone capri, I guess. You would think a golden Khepri would certainly accomplish that, but okay. Paul Schlock says, there's a Stargate. John Berger says, probing is fun. Johnny says, no. It's a genetic mutant from East Asian Egyptian tribe that traveled more east to the Philippines. A bit of Antillian heritage. That's why you can go into Waruki. Well, we got some more dudes there. Let's see what one of these large farms can actually do. Well, I would need to set it even further away. So that's good to know. But we will collect the rewards there. I love Khepri as a servant of Ra. I take it as a good omen. You have touched my heart. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Now, what do we have as options? Well, once we're complete with the mega construction, we can go on to either sports, woodcrafting, astrology, or... Definitely, those seem to be doing pretty reasonable, I think, for what it is worth. Is this a game I'd recommend playing? Not really, except for, you know, maybe the memes, but that's really the thing that you would be playing this for anyways, let's be honest. Fucking mutants, man, not enough with being the X-Men. Okay, so let's actually see. Let's abduct our savant again and get some more DNA out of him. And we'll also get some minutes. I could just... I think what I'll do is I'll abduct my Minotaurs again until they are ready to... Though technically I could just keep abducting the Savant. Yeah. Because that is basically a ticket to get free... largely free XP. So I can get another Savant here. Yeah, though, that's my goal. Let's get ourselves... We have managed to probe this man so many times we leveled up again. God help us. Okay, there is our next savant, essentially. Boom. You're getting abducted again, my friend. And now... the probing never stops. Splashon. Correct. And now we're actually rolling in cash. You know, I might as well upgrade or finish mega construction and boom. From there we start the woodworking, wood carving stuff, and that should... But in the meantime, let's see what we can get with these. It's expensive. Oh, it's even larger than... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and focus with mainly... I think what I will do is stick with the medium-sized stuff. Because at least with the small houses, you could... There's no real need to get it that messed up in terms of... There we are. I think the medium-sized farms and houses are the way to go. But we can go ahead and... Ooh. We're getting ourselves another Minotaur. But while we're getting ourselves another Minotaur, we'll also abduct one of our savants over and over again until we have the DNA we need to level ourselves up for the new tech. There we are. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it soon, I think, but I kind of want to see where this goes a little bit more, I guess, for what it's worth. See what adding all our stuff does to this. Well, it added a little bit, but... hopefully they should now be dropping more stuff for us. But if they don't... there we go. And... alright, I think once we... I'm going to see what else is in the game a little bit longer, I guess, just for the sake of it. But, yeah, we'll be calling it soon, I think, yes. We have been at it, though, for a surprising amount of time. I think I'll give it up for another half hour or so, see what happens. See, I'm not the only one who couldn't sleep tonight. I know it's unsafe for a woman to walk alone after dark, so will you walk with me? I like to stroll the plateau and watch the moon and stars appear above the pyramid, which grow helps me chart the passage of time. Visions of the future tend to disorient me. Not sure if now is really now. I have to pinch myself and make sure I'm awake. You know that system can help me designate here in it. Take a skill with numbers to construct a pyramid. Please teach me. Astronomy, okay. Well. Oh. I'll just finish that. Get my DNA up. And boom. Let me repeat the lesson there. Yeah. Alright, now what else do we want to research? Might as well do sports. And to do that, I think we know where this is going. Alright, Ura says, woman, it's unsafe for you to walk anywhere, day or night. So much gold on you. It's worse than a rapper with gold-plated teeth. Dornberger says, based grind set ACR. Krawurxus says, the mobile grind has started. Yeah, but that's the weird thing. This game, I haven't seen any real microtransactions with this game. Now, what I could do is try to get some of these large buildings constructed. I mean, Boom. What workers you employed are not proving satisfactory. They lack the strength and endurance to complete the mission on time. Surveyed the planets throughout known universe for billions of years to amass DNA samples from many diverse creatures. We've grown adept at genetic engineering, enabling us to design and cultivate desirable characteristics among compatible species. I want you to abduct a villager and enhance them by infusing their DNA with the genes of a Taurian to create a superior hybrid worker. I mean, I've already done that a good while ago. Congratulations, human Taurian DNA is compatible. You just saved the mission by increasing the work and travel rate of this worker. Alright. I do at least want to see the first layer of this pyramid, finally. We got a lot more, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can build any more of these. Oh, no. Not for right now, anyways. I could grind enough DNA, though, to get another one of these higher level workers if I really want. Oh, that's 19 minutes. Yeah, we're not doing that. Can I upgrade this bad boy? No, not yet. But if I could, I would then be able to get this and access to other stuff. Number of blocks does actually show to be pretty decent at this time. What adding 1,000 blocks does. It doesn't even get it all the way there. That is... oof. But yeah, the mobile Ace is on that grind set hardcore. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, the plan is I'm just gonna wait to see if I can get the first layer finally done. TBA says collecting DNA from random people. Alice says you. Yeah, that's something that the game has already established. Oh, we finally got one of these things now. Alright. We seem to be making good headway on the number of blocks we can get, though, so that's something. Personally added blocks to the hydrogen reactor. Minotaurs are capable of mining limestone faster than humans, and savants are faster still. They cannot match you, can they? Use the ship's adaptation beam to set additional blocks in place. Expect that you can place a great many of them by the time it returns. So you have placed requested blocks. Keep up the practice of adding blocks. May save both our planets. Okay, so I will... see, so it needs an extra space, so 1 extra space, 2 extra spaces, 3 extra spaces, 3, 4, I guess. Guess there. See, there we are. Sports has now been researched, and mechanical engineering is probably our best bet of these two. So, boom. Let's see what we win with the wheel here. Just for the sake of it. Oh, we leveled up. Okay. Ace, look at the time and say 90 minutes. Fuck that shit. I could do better things with my life. Like watch. Wait, what? 90 minutes? Where did it say 90 minutes? Oh, 9 minutes. Yeah, 9 minutes. Yeah, it is bullshit. I'm not a fan of that. How much further before... Okay, so we're getting close-ish to upgrading, I guess. What evolutionary stage comes after Minotaur? So after Minotaur, what you have is the Savants, these guys here, who are even faster workers, but they also can give you a massive amount of DNA like that, and very, very quickly. In fact, I probably should consider upgrading a few more of my guys to Savants at this stage. Because having even a small number of them probably is a big deal. You know, while we wait for the money to come in to upgrade the palace so we can... There we are. Alright, let's see count how many block... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... probably 14 more of these rows left, holy hell. But we are getting... Well, like I said, we'll go for another 15 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Still not where we need to be on the money side of things. Nope, we're not going to quit yet. Technically, I could also just upgrade one of these houses again. Alright, let's see what other comments I've got here while we wait. TBA says Megatar. Yeah, nah, like I said, it's the Savants, but yeah, like... Do have 88 dudes working on this, so that is getting us somewhere. Let's see, though, if we can get any more Savants. Because, like I said, we get another Savant. That should definitely put us where we need to be. Almost. Okay, that definitely put us where we need to be. Now, you get to be abducted and turned from Minotaur to Savant. Boom. And we will get ourselves yet another Minotaur. Because we might as well. All right. Ooh, now we can upgrade. So apparently these things actually don't even produce enough food to support the beds. That could be a problem. Wait, I could just move... Okay. Means technically I could save us a lot of time by doing this. There. Now we do have a couple more mountain or a couple more places where we could mine gold if we really want to. Whereas seeing more so many Minotaurs makes me want to find more Dungeon Keeper-like games for some reason. Yeah, I know. I think once we complete mechanical engineering, you know what? We'll just do this. Now, what do we have to play with for buildings now? Sun Temple, Sports Arena, but we don't have enough gold. Sphinx, Crucible, not enough gold. What does it do anyways? Oh, it just decreases building construction time. Okay. And this bad boy... in a harvest of Minotaurs. Okay. Apparently the Sphinx allows you to magically collect all the gold from all the mines. And we can even potentially increase the DNA harvesting of savants if we want to. Alright. Well, the good news is reading that did allow time to pass, which allows us to collect more resources. Alright, the big question is, how do we upgrade? Oh. Get away with upgrading all this stuff here. We are, however, at the point where we are kind of stuck at needing to move this along a little bit faster pace because the game is starting to bog down. So what I'm going to do is I could see what exactly Getting that does. Well, we'll hit this real quick, and but yeah, I think what I will do is wait till we have finished, like I said, the first tier, which we can do that right there. Boom, 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 boom. So technically we have, so there's the first part of it finished, thanks to me using resources to speed the process along, because, yeah, but I guess the second tier, the upper tiers do take less time, but yeah, I do think we are at a good stopping point. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. So, yeah, we've been at it for just under 2 hours. I think we saw everything we really need to see of this game. Is it worth playing? Not really, but I think, yeah, everyone kind of knew it was going to be a little bit of a silly meme game, which it is. So, yeah, this, seeing so many minutes, Johnny says, I think this is where I get off. Thank you very much for the stream, Ace. Keep that spark burning. Goodbye, everyone. Well, we're about to end anyway, so yeah. This has been Ace. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play some Ancient Aliens, the game, as much as I've enjoyed playing it. And I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out. Spitfire says, by the way, you can get physical copies of this. Oh, yes. Yes, that is how I first became aware of it, because I found a physical copy in a store. I went, wait, what? This actually exists? And it turns out that yes, it does, and it is in fact available on Steam. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. So yeah, this has been Ace. I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.